So today we are talking about 200 plus scores or just high big ass totals in cricket in general. White ball cricket specifically. So 286 runs scored by Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad have brought this aggressive style to T20 cricket since like 2024, and it's insane like how they've done it. Okay, but we're not new to this 200 plus score kind of thing. RCB literally scored like 263 back in 2011. The 434 versus Australia. 434 versus Australia. Yeah, 438 versus Australia back in 2006. We're not a stranger to big ass totals, but everything that's happened in the last few months, with the Champions Trophy, they've had huge totals there. Specifically the ones in Pakistan, not the ones in Dubai. They've had huge totals. I think almost all of them were 300 plus totals, and that's specifically for Pakistan, by the way. So, why is this happening? Back then, like 6 years ago, let's just go back 6 years ago to 2019, England versus New Zealand. I think they scored like what? New Zealand only scored 241. They were able to defend that pretty well, right? Against a batting lineup that was full of greats like Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow, Joe Root. You had Owen Morgan, you had Ben Stokes, you had Joss Butler. You were facing batters like them, and they were still able to defend in air quotes a score of 241, which is crazy. But nowadays, even scores like 360 isn't safe. In England's 351. They set a target of 352. That's not safe. And it wasn't even against a good team. It didn't have players like Herschel Gibbs. It didn't have players like Graeme Smith. And they were still able to chase that down. Like, none of these players were known, at least in ODI cricket. Other than Steve Smith. Steve Smith is good at ODI cricket. Marnus Labuschagne, he's not very established in ODI cricket. Travis Head, he's established in ODI cricket, but he was out. He got out at 21 for 1. And Matt Short, he played well. And Alex Carey, you don't think of him as an ODI great. He played well. And then you have Josh Inglis. Josh Inglis is a relatively new cricketer. He played well. He won player of the match. And the only other player who played well and is experienced is Glenn Maxwell. He scored 32 off 15. That's insane what's going on with cricket batting itself right now. And why is this happening is my question. And we are going to explore that together because I am raw dogging this. I have no script. I have a sore throat and I'm dying right now. Okay. So I think the first reason, obviously, has to relate with revenue. Revenue is always a big thing for cricketers and cricket boards in general. If they don't get revenue, they don't play, which is terrible, obviously. Now you're losing players, you're losing good teams as well, then you're losing passion for the sport. So, revenue always comes from sixes. I don't know why it doesn't come from wickets. I guess it has something to do with people's brains. Maybe they like seeing the ball go out of the ground every single time a batter hits it with the bat. I don't know. Maybe that's what makes batting so entertaining. Maybe that's why the batters are all heroes while the bowlers are very overlooked, usually. If you asked people what they'd rather see, they'd probably say, I like seeing sixes. I mean, I like seeing sixes too. I'm not against sixes. Sixes bring in revenue. That's the gist of it. Sixes bring in revenue, and if you don't get sixes, you don't get any revenue. And then sixes also hype up players. When Ishan Kishan just smashes Mahesh Theekshana out of the ground, you're not thinking of how Mahesh Theekshana is feeling. You're thinking of Ishan Kishan is batting so well, and then those 8-year-olds are gonna make cringy edits of him, which is yeah, that's what happens. The cringy edits do end up bringing up the batters, but it does not bring down the bowlers. But bringing up the batters gives them money, and bringing up the batters gives them more brand value. Brand value is bringing in revenue, which brings in money. So money is the contributing factor for I think money is the main contributing factor for sixes. There's also a few other contributing factors. Flat pitches, that also relates to money. Obviously, you're going to create flatter pitches for more money, and money is money. We like money. Everyone likes money. If you were to, okay, and it's not a bad thing as well. let's picture ourselves. We are in a meeting room. Let's say we are I don't know, coaches for Sunrisers Hyderabad. So we want money, and we want a way to get that money. How will we get that money? We get money by charging tickets to the fans to come in the stadium. Then we also get money from social media websites like YouTube or Instagram. So once we get those sixes, those social media posts go more viral than the wickets that you take, which is interesting. So obviously you're gonna make flat pitches to favor your players, and then that's the point. That's literally it. I have no other way of saying it. And you get money. That's what you want. You want money. You want more money for yourself. Let's not say coaches. Let's say we are just team managers. We don't have any input with the players. We just meet with them. We talk with them. Let's say photographers. We are photographers for Sunrise Hyderabad. So we want money. So we get paid money if they hit more sixes. And since we get more sixes, we get more brand value. And brand value is what brings in money. So brand value, you get ad sponsors, you get money. And that's what you want. You want money. So money is yours. So money is always the contributing factor. What else do I want to say? Money? Yeah, I think it's literally just money. I don't think there's any other reasons for sixes. Sixes bring in money, so you hit sixes. And that's the main contributing factor for these big ass totals. And I don't get why anyone finds that surprising. Obviously, money is more valued than money is the main value that you want. I think wickets don't bring in as much money as you want it to. I mean, if you asked, let's say an 8-year-old child, who's the best cricketer from South Africa, or not? Let's not say an 8-year-old. Let's say a 9-year-old. 8-year-old? What? How long was an 8-year? 2017. God damn! I need to go further. Let's ask a 13-year-old? We'll ask a 13-year-old. Who's the best cricketer from South Africa? Let's say this dude hasn't watched a lot of Dale Steyn. He's probably gonna say, and he probably hasn't interacted with a lot of cricket connoisseurs on social media, like Jared Cooper. He hasn't interacted with people who know ball. So they're probably going to say someone like A.B. de Villiers, which, A.B. de Villiers is one of the greatest cricketers to come out of South Africa. But there's also Dale Steyn. Dale Steyn is also one of the greatest cricketers to come out of South Africa. But their mind went to batters first. Same thing if you say something to that same 12-year-old boy. Let's say a 12-year-old. You ask, who's the greatest cricketer from New Zealand? They're probably not going to say someone like a Dan Vittori or someone like a Richard Hadley. They're probably going to say someone like Kane Williamson. Kane Williamson is a batter, so obviously he's going to come up first. He's going to be first in their mind. I don't know if they'll say Trent Boult. Maybe they'll say Trent Boult. You never know. If you ask them the greatest cricketer from India, they're probably going to say Virat Kohli. 12 years ago? Yeah, 2013. They probably haven't seen Sachin bat. 2013. They're probably going to say someone like Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is the first one that comes to your mind. Not someone like Jasprit Bumrah, not someone like Mohammad Shami, who has honestly done equal contribution. I don't want to say that. They haven't done equal contribution, but they have done a lot for pace bowling in the recent years of cricket for India. So your mind always wanders to batters first. If you think of any random cricketer, you're obviously going to think of a batter first. It's just what happens. It's not anyone's fault. It's just what happens. So batters bring in more sponsors. So batting pitches is better for the batters, which increases your brand value, which increases money. So money is always the contributing factor. I guess fame is also a contributing factor. You want more fame, so you hit more sixes. Wickets don't really give you fame. No really hyped bowler has. I don't think there's been like really silent players who have taken like a lot of wickets. Someone like a Chahal, he hasn't really been hyped. I mean, he has, but like that's only with RCB. He's not been hyped as much as he was with Rajasthan. See, it depends on the teams you play for as well. If you play for let's say a team like Punjab, if you play for a team like Punjab, you're not willing to watch. Let's say this. So there was also two games today, right? MI versus CSK. MI versus CSK was a little bit of a low-scoring thriller. I would say 150 to 160 is that sweet spot for a score. It's defendable, but it's also pretty chaseable. So 150 to 160 should be your sweet spot for a T20 cricket total. So Mumbai Indians scored 156. Kudos to them. That's a pretty solid total. But everyone was sure CSK would chase it down, and they did. They chased it down with fair ease, barring that middle order collapse. But let's say this match was against two teams like Delhi and Punjab. Delhi and Punjab don't really have any superstars as of now. Maybe the biggest superstar from Punjab, Shreyas Iyer, maybe the biggest superstar from Delhi. I can't even think of one. KL Rahul? Yeah. So these are two teams that no one cares about. If it wasn't MI and CSK, there's MI, like the 5-time trophy winners, and CSK, the 5-time trophy winners. These two faced each other in multiple finals and playoffs. So it's called the El Clasico of cricket. Let's say it was Delhi and Punjab playing this game. No one would be watching it. 150. No. Even though it was a thrilling game, let's say the numbers are the same. Let's say KL Rahul was the one who scored 53 of 26. Let's say Jake Fraser-Burkirk hit 65 of 45. Let's say Ashutosh, not Ashutosh. What's that? The fuck? Let's say Chahal hit that 28 of 15. No one's gonna care about it. It's Delhi versus Punjab. Since it's MI versus CSK, it's gotten a lot of hype. It's gotten a lot more interesting for them. So that's the difference, because you're not playing for a name brand. You're not playing for as big of a brand as you are with MI and CSK. So brand obviously plays a big impact in batting, and that brand value also increases your value. So if these 150 to 160 totals keep happening, then you're not going to be bringing in money for the games that will eventually bring you a loss. If Punjab was scoring 262 and Delhi was scoring like 255, then it would probably be a lot more interesting, because everyone's hitting sixes. Oh my god, we should go watch that game. Everyone's hitting sixes. So that's essentially the gist of it. If it's a mid team, then if it's a team that no one cares about, then no one will be watching the match, and then the match will be either in a very little profit or a loss. So money is the main contributing factor to this, and also name brands. Everything comes under money, and money just gives you the ability to be rich. Right. And it's also not to say that the game has not evolved. The game has definitely evolved. We were at maybe a time where 130 was a good score, or maybe a time when 230 was a good score in ODIs, and now 280 is a good score, and now 150 is a good score in T20s. So it's not like the game hasn't changed. It's obviously just going to keep going up. But we want to have equal opportunities for each player. We want the bowlers to also have a chance. Like in this match, in MI versus CSK, Noor Ahmed won player of the match. But in MI versus SRH, Ishant Kishan won player of the match, because Ishant Kishan had the most impact, and Noor Ahmed had the most impact in this match. But no one would care about MI versus CSK if these numbers were the same. And let's say Akshar Patel took 4 for 18. No one would care about it. People would only care that it's a mid match. If it was 266 to 255. I forgot what scores I gave the first time. They would only care if it was that. So people don't care enough for them to not. People don't care enough about these 150 to 160 scores if it's not a name brand team. Here's an example of a non-name brand team making this. Okay, Punjab versus SRH. Punjab scored 126 for 7. SRH bowled out for 114. No one's hyping this match. People are hyping 129, the defending of 129, obviously, because that's in a final. And people are also hyping Sunrisers defending 118. People are hyping CSK defended 116 back in 2009. People are hyping everything else up, but they are not hyping Punjab defending 127 versus a batting lineup of David Warner, Johnny Bairstow, Manish Pandey, Abdul Samad, Vijay Shankar, Jason Holder, and Priyam Garg, and Rashid Khan. This is a crazy batting lineup, and no one's hyping this up because it's not a name brand team. This is the difference between name brand. And then Chris Jordan, obviously, this match he went and say 3 for 17. So that's the difference between low scoring matches and high scoring matches. Let's say if Punjab took on KKR last year, right? KKR scored 261, yet Punjab chased that down in 18.4 overs. People are hyping this one up. They are not hyping the 2020 win up, though, because this match is a lot more important and a lot more significant because of the sixes that have been hit. And also the century between Johnny Bairstow. Like, obviously, you're not going to hype up the 3 for... You're not going to... For some reason, you're not hyping up a 3 for Chris Jordan, which is incredibly hard. 3 for 17 in T20 cricket, that is incredibly hard, especially in this era. And also taking that last hat-trick, was it? I believe it was a hat-trick in the last 3 deliveries, right? Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, they had a dot ball in the middle. Still, it wasn't by Chris Jordan. It was by... Never mind, it was a run-out. I'm sorry. A team hat-trick. By Arshdeep Singh. 2 wickets. Even I don't remember this win. I literally had to Google this win. Because I remembered Punjab defending a low total, but I don't remember against who. I literally had to search up lowest totals defended. I don't remember this win. And, like, you know why? Because it's not a name brand team. If I was talking about CSK, I would know that CSK defended, like, 119 that one time against Punjab in Durban, right? I believe it was 119. It was 116, sorry. I would remember that. I remembered that. And then that one time Punjab also defended, that one time Pune Warriors defended 129 versus MI. I remember that because MI is a name brand team. And so if you don't remember, like, if it's a name brand team or not, then you won't remember the game. Which is, that makes sense, obviously, because if it's not a name brand team, then no one's going to make edits on it. And no one's going to, like, jog your memory of this match. But that's the point. That's the difference between T20 cricket. That's the difference between these 260 scores and these 150 scores. I believe that's it. That's what gives you revenue. So, money. Money is the main factor. And money is the main factor for most things in cricket. Thanks for watching. I have a really sore throat and I need to edit this. Oh my gosh, this is going to take so long to edit because I have made so many pauses in the middle. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you next video. Bye!